Yo, what's good? It's your man 100 Grand Ross with The Rock Never Stops. Tonight I want to do this video because really somebody asked me in the comment section to do a video on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And shit, if you've been following my channel, you pretty much know I don't really give a damn about them. And I say but in a big way, Anthony Edwards is the juice. He's the real. It's him. And I want to do a video about how he needs help. He needs real help. And it's not Karl Anthony-Towns. Yo, if y'all enjoy this video, smash the like button for me, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. And definitely drop some comments because I want to hear what y'all think about this. It's not going to be a long video at all, but I am going to say some real shit, and I want to see if y'all rock with it. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they're probably one of the worst franchises I've ever seen. How many number one draft picks have they had, and they still can't make the playoffs consistently? It doesn't seem to matter how much talent they have, how much coaching they have. If they go veterans, if they go youth, it doesn't matter. They just always seem to do the wrong thing, and it never works out. And last season, they went with Rudy Gobert, the partner next to Karl Anthony-Towns, and it did not work out. And yet, somehow, they find themselves in the middle of the playoff pack in the Western Conference, mainly because of Anthony Edwards. And the reality is, if Anthony Edwards is going to maximize his career in Minnesota and actually have a real chance of showing what he can do, because remember, in a small market like Minnesota, you're not going to get a lot of love. It's going to be hard to make all-star teams, especially when you're splitting hairs between you and somebody like Devin Booker, you and a Klay Thompson, you and a Jamal Murray, right? You and the next guy, right? It's kind of hard to pick you when they're in a bigger market and they're winning more, right? So he needs help. But the thing is, he needs real help. Karl Anthony-Towns, he's talent, right? On the offensive end. But his talent is never translated to winning consistently or even enough to get into the playoffs. He's what I consider like a hired gun. He's not your leader. He's not your captain. He's not the guy you're going to get behind and, put your reins to and expect him to drag your wagon, all the way across the finish line. That's just not who he is. He's not a workhorse. He's somebody who can get buckets, and that's important. But he's the Jordan Poole. And you need a Stephen Curry. You need a Klay Thompson. You need a Draymond Green. You need guys whose talent translates to winning, even if it doesn't produce as much in one category area. And I'm not saying Karl Anthony-Towns only does one category. I mean, he rebounds. He might get a block here or there. He shoots threes, and he can score efficiently, right? He can even pass a little bit, right? Seems like a lot, except it never happens when you actually really need it. And when you do really need it, he doesn't seem to know what to do. He doesn't really know how to win. And that's what Anthony Edwards needs and deserves. And so what I would say they need to do is they need to flip Karl Anthony-Towns. Now, if I was him, I'd try to flip him over to Brooklyn. Try to get some of those picks, right? Maybe go after, some nice athletic defensive-minded wing players to partner around him, veteran guys who know how to win. But I'd say deuce to him. I'd say deuce. Go get you some defense. Build you a team. Get you about 2 or 3 middle of their career, like in the prime of their career veterans who are like fringe all-stars, right? Guys who know how to make the right plays, can hit big shots. Maybe you aren't a superstar. You don't need a superstar. That's what Anthony Edwards is, right? And so whether it's, going to Brooklyn, sending Karl Anthony-Towns to Brooklyn or sending him, I don't care where you send him, really. But Anthony Edwards needs more help. He needs guys who can actually help him carry the load. I love Kyle Anderson. I even like Rudy Gobert. I like Mike Conley, but Mike Conley's way over the hill. If they can find themselves a point guard, somebody like a Fred VanVleet, right? Somebody who can run the show, even a Spencer Dinwiddie, who can run the show, who can hit shots, who can distribute, who knows where to be, is in the right place, who's competitive, who can show him how to win as well, right? I think that would bode amazingly well for his career and do a whole lot more to actually catapult him where he's desiring to go. And that's the playoffs. That's the all-star game. That's on the big stage because he's a big stage personality. He deserves it. But as always, I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think Karl Anthony-Towns is the co-pilot that Anthony Edwards needs? Do you think he's actually going to help him be a consistent winner? Or do you think it's going to be one of those things where it just looks ugly? Him next to Rudy Gobert, trying to figure out who's going to be the guy on the inside, outside, who's going to get what shots when, and still struggle to even make the playoffs. So, as always, holler at me in the comment section. I'm going to get at y'all next time. Also, tell me who would you trade Karl Anthony-Towns for? Because I think they need a point guard. I do. And Jordan Poole looks kind of nice over there. You know what I mean? Even though I don't know if he's too much better, but I think they can get some nice pieces. Holler at me in the comment section. I'm gonna get at y'all next time. Peace.